Hello everyone, in this video tutorial series, I will demonstrate Apache JMeter Distributed testing with the Docker Compose. Now before I start demonstrating the distributed environment setup of JMeter using Docker Compose, I would like to state the disadvantages of using a Docker for setting up the distributed environment of JMeter. Um, Firstly, the disadvantage of using Docker is Docker run is entirely command line based, while Docker Compose reads the configuration from a YAML file, and based on that, it deploys the Docker containers. Secondly, multiple commands needs to be executed in order to set up the entire distributed environment of JMeter with the Docker run. Thirdly, you need to take care of the dependencies. So, for example, JMeter Docker container depends on Redis and InfluxDB Docker containers. So, you need to first deploy the Redis Docker container and InfluxDB Docker container. Then you need to run the JMeter Docker container. But if you so this can be easily managed in Docker compose.yaml file. The only thing you need to specify the depends attribute. So depends on attribute. So if you specify that, Docker compose automatically create those dependent containers first. Last, managing the resources created by the Docker. So when you create the resources using Docker run commands, you need to also delete those. You can, in order to clean up those resources, you need to execute multiple commands. But with the Docker Compose, with one single command, all the resources which are specified in this YAML file will be deleted. So when it comes to the distributed environment of JMeter using Docker, it is quite a long process to set up the distributed environment. But when it comes to Docker Compose, it is quite easy. Only one command, and you have distributed environment set up and running.